Hey, Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Do these daily check-ins, these live daily check-ins daily. You know, today is a little different, right? Because I upgraded to broadcast to multiple or to stream to multiple platforms. So today I should be live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, and IG. At least that's what they tell me, right? So hopefully that is happening. You can make comments. The comments are open, so please feel free. I think the only way I can get the comments are on this screen. So hopefully if you do make comments, if you're there, do me a favor, make a comment. Then that way at least I know I can cross one of the platforms off the list, right? So, but hopefully that is what's going on. At least that's what I signed up for. So yeah, instead of doing two platforms, I said, you know what? Let me just try this and see how this works. Yeah, and let's go from there, right? So let me just make sure. I'm just gonna check real quick to make sure I am live on this platform at least. Yep, live there. You know what? I'm not gonna check all these other ones. I'm sure somebody will chime in. Hopefully they will. If not, you know what? That's okay. You know, we'll catch you on the rebound. Not a big deal. But let me just see. Let me see. Let me know. Oh yeah, live on Facebook. Hey, Facebook Live, what's going on? Yeah, what's up, people? But yeah, so okay, so there you go. So today, you know, you guys know I do these daily check-ins daily. Okay, I'm Russell of Hotels. I'm not showing any hotels today. Normally, I'm in a hotel, or normally I'm displaying a hotel that I've been to, things like that. But I'm not doing that today. All right. So it's just gonna be me in the home office, just chilling, talking. Russell of Hotels coming to you because I got to thank some people, right? Because I'm doing this kind of year in review kind of thing, and I'm like, you know, I got so many people to thank for collaborating with me, just mentioning destinations that I've been to this last year. So it's just kind of a recap of what happened this year, right, for Russell of Hotels. So I appreciate everything, right? So I'm very blessed that I was able to do some of the things that I was able to do. I was able to travel to some of the places that I was able to travel to. So there you go. So what am I, let's get into it, right? So I don't want to keep you guys too long. I try to keep these daily check-ins about 20, 30 minutes. You know, the On Air with Russell of Hotels, the live hospitality talk show that comes up every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I did it yesterday. That lasts about an hour. Okay. So I'm trying to keep these shows to about, 25, 30 minutes. Okay. But if I go longer, and I do, right? If I do, I do. I mean, what you going to do? What am I going to do? Nothing. I'm just going to continue to talk. So anyway, once again, chats are open. Facebook, thank you guys so much for whoever is there. You know what? I can't even see. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm looking up, right? So I'm looking up at the screen. So anyway, I see it's going. So whatever. I'm just gonna leave it be. Leave it be. So okay. So let's jump into it. Right? Let me see. Where's my notes? Oh, they're right there, right in front of me. Duh. So yeah, thank you for a great 2023. So for everybody that I collaborated with, and I'm gonna mention some people that I collaborated with. It's funny when you go back and look and see my notes from who was on my show and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, some of the people I forgot, right? Because it's been so long ago, right? So, the first of the year, I don't remember everybody that was on the show like the first quarter, January through, March. I don't know. So I had to go back and look, and I didn't realize how many people had actually been on the show, all right, as guests, right? So I'm like, wow, this is cool. And this is not counting any collaborations I did like on Instagram Live and things like that, or what the hell or anything like that. It doesn't even count any of that stuff, right? So we're gonna give you some true numbers of what I did this year, and I think it's kind of, is it a lot? I don't know. I mean, I did more trips this year than I did last year, and that's always a goal, right? So every time I go into a new year, I said, hey, I want to do 10 business related trips, right, this year. Okay, so I sign up for these trips to go, whatever, and this is the first time that I actually hit 10, right? I actually hit over 10. But normally I'm around 6 or 7. But yeah, I hit 10 this year. So I'm happy about that. I was able to see more hotels, because the more trips I do, the more hotels I'm able to hit, to see, experience, as well as the more people that I meet that I'm able to potentially collaborate with or work with or get business from, right? So I mean that's what it's all about. So it's all a numbers game, right? So it's all about getting out and meeting people, but then again, you support that with the social media piece too, right? So none of them are just one is not is as important as the other. They go side by side, hand in hand. Kumbaya, okay. Ebony and ivory, whatever, okay, next to each other. It all goes together, right? So can't do one without the other. So boom. Excuse me. So okay. So real quick, so what does this mean, Russell? What are you throwing all this stuff out here? So these are things that I did this year, right? So like I said, I did not realize until I went back and looked. So 52 on air with Russell of Hotels, right? I do that show every week, right? So even if I miss a week, I'll double up, right? So I did 52 on air with Russell of Hotels, that Tuesday show, right? 52 weeks in a year, right? 52. I did 260 daily check-ins. Daily check-ins were something new that I started this year, earlier, 2023. So I did 260 of those. Add those together, 52 and 260, that's 312, right? So 312 times you saw my mug on something on social media, right? So that just counts the live shows that I did, right? Multiply that by 500. Now 500 is probably the average. It may be a little low. It is a little low. The number of impressions that I get on LinkedIn. Now this is LinkedIn only, okay? So that's the average number per 312 episodes or shows that I did. Multiply those together. That's 156,000 LinkedIn impressions. Okay. Some people might say, "Oh, that's a lot." Is that a lot? I guess it just depends. I mean, I don't compare myself to other people, so this is a threshold for me, right? So I will take that number, 156,000, and coming into the new year, then at the end of next year, I will see if I beat that number, right? Based on the number of shows that I did or whatever. So that's where I'm starting with this, right? Like I said, I compare it to me. I compare it to, last year, just like, in hotel when we're doing budgets and things like that, we always compare things to, to the previous year. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not comparing it to anyone else that does something similar to me. I'm comparing it to myself, right? So I will know what my metrics are moving forward. So if I hit 160,000 next year, and I'm like, oh, okay, well I did better. But if I only did 130,000, well then, damn, what the heck? I must have been sleeping. So, well, that's a lot of work though, right? Just to do 312 different episodes or different shows of, I have to come up with the topics. I got to come up with all that stuff, right? So anyway, it is what it is. It is a lot of work, but it's worth it because, like I said, the lives that I do, the daily check-ins on air with Russell of Hotels support the things that I do outside of that, right? The hotels that I go to, the trade shows that I attend, the meetings that I go to, the people that I meet. So it all supports that, right? So I can't do one without the other. Social media allows me to have a presence without being present. That's what social media does for me, okay? And it does for everyone else. You just don't think about it like that. Have a presence without being present. I don't have to be there for you to see me, okay? I don't have to be in front of you, touch you, hug you, all that kind of stuff. I don't need to be there, but you still see me, right? You say, oh, that's Russell of Hotels. Okay, he couldn't make it, but, I see him on, he's still doing his daily lives, his daily check-ins, right? He's talking about some good content. He's a resource. He's doing all these things. That's what I mean. Have a presence without being present, right? So you don't have to be there all the time, right? So, of course, optimal thing is, I want to be there and I still want to have a presence doing social media, but that's not always the case, right? So there you go. Oh, did I mention, hey, shout out to my nephew, Langston White. He graduated from University of Houston, Victoria last week. You see that? Can you see that? There you go. I'm straight now. Am I straight? So shout out to him. I was supposed to go. I could not make it because of this hip situation I had. Yeah, I'm feeling better. So thank you so much. But I was supposed to be there last week and I couldn't make it. So just a quick shout out to him. I saw him walk across the stage via, the live stream, but it would have been great to be there, physically be there, but I could not. But, but I had a presence there, right? I was still there, but not there. Okay. See how that worked out? So, okay. And then I had 11 guests on my show last year. 11 guests, right? I didn't even realize that. I had people like Donna Russo. Donna Russo is an actor, and she's a host of the Today Show on the Disability Channel. She used to work for me. She was a hotel sales manager, one of the better hotel sales managers I've ever worked around. Right? Had this connection with the entertainment industry. We love Dee Roos. We call her Dee Roos. Michelle Carlin with Alignment Advising. Thank you so much. She's always that go-to person that I talk to. She gives me advice on things all the time. So thank you, Michelle. Miss Stacia Harvey Randall. She's with the Whitley Hotel in Atlanta. She does HR. In fact, follow her on LinkedIn because she did something. Christmas parties. When holidays come up, you don't do things special for your employees and things like that. That always falls on HR, human resources, that department's shoulders, right? So they did like a pajama party, for the family and the employees. I thought that was the dopest thing I've ever seen, right? So check that out. I mean, people have some good ideas, right? People think outside the box when it comes to things like that. Now, can every hotel do that? Probably not. But can every hotel think outside the box? Yeah, they can. So, Miss Harvey, thank you so much, or Miss Harvey Randall, Miss Stacia, thank you so much for showing that or sharing that information, sharing the video with people or the still pictures or whatever. I thought that was dope. So thank you so much. And you guys follow her on LinkedIn, please. Jana Divine Hospitality, thank you so much. Jana's becoming a friend. We go to lunch and kind of, bounce things off each other. So thank you so much, Jana Divine. Robin Rockstar Coleman, thank you so much. Appreciate you, all the information that you give out there as far as, being rock stars or creating rock stars. Okay, I appreciate what you do. The consulting, the housekeeping consulting that you do, coming ready to work. When you do assignments, people, they need to come ready to work. When you're doing a task force assignment for a hotel, they're expecting you to hit the ground run, right? They don't expect you to come in there, let me ease into it. No. They expect you to come in there because there's a problem. You're helping with a problem that they currently have, right? So Robin Coleman is a problem solver, and she hits the ground running. So I appreciate her. Martine Flowers, opening up a hotel in the Caribbean. I need to follow up with her just to make sure that did take place, or if it didn't, then when is the opening date? You know what I mean? So Martine Flowers, we appreciate you. She's out of Atlanta as well. Tina Zasadi was a guest, right? She is my dear friend and she used to work for me as well, right, at the Sportsman Lodge Hotel in Studio City. She is now the ADOS at the Garland Hotel in North Hollywood. NoHo. In fact, she just helped me out last week with a group that I have, another group that's coming for the Grammys. Okay, it's funny how, anyway, I'm not even going to get into it. Tina knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, no issues on Tina's side. It was more of a client thing. But no, I thank you, Tina, for your patience. I do appreciate that. I know it's not easy to deal with. Well, I'm the messenger, right? So I'm trying to, make things easy for Tina, the hotel, to, for things to go to sail smoothly. And sometimes they don't. There's always some hiccups, but she's good about handling those hiccups. So I do appreciate you, Tina. Cheryl Rogers, one of my clients and another dear friend. We haven't collaborated as much as we had done in the previous year, but that's okay. You get busy. We all get busy. Life hits us. And so, hey, that's just how it goes. But no, thank you, Cheryl, so much. Veronica Rivera. She's with the San Diego Tourism Authority. Love Veronica. I mean, just so much energy, so much passion for what she does. I appreciate you. Appreciate what you do. Appreciate the what you do for the CVB and the communities that you belong to within San Diego, as well as nationwide, what you do nationwide. So I appreciate you. And when I see Veronica, it's just, I just light up. Okay. I just light up when I see her. She just lights up the room. Okay. So there you go. Miss Myrna Lavert Vasquez. She's with, I want to say Canvas Canvas meetings and incentives. Yeah, I said it right. So thank you so much, Ms. Myrna, for coming on. She's a dear friend as well. And now she came on this side, right, like the meeting planner side, and she specializes in contracts, right, clauses and things like that, making sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. So I got some questions for her. Okay, so when I have these contract questions, that's who I'm calling. I'm calling Myrna Levert Vasquez. Okay, so and then Calvin Stovall, iconic. He's iconic. His company's called Iconic. What's it called? Iconic Presentations. Okay, so he's the CEO and founder of that. He's an old hotel person too. Started with Hilton back in the day, or was with he was a VP of marketing with Hilton back in the day. A couple of years ago, not long ago, but branched out on his own to start Iconic Presentations. He does presentations all over. He's a keynote speaker all over at least all over the United States, maybe the world. I don't know. Maybe he will be over the world, but no. I appreciate all those people for being guests on my show. So thank you guys so much. Can I give them applause? Would that work? Oh, no, that's not applause. Oh, my goodness. I done got the wrong thing. Queued up. So no, got music going. But no, thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, I want to we lost a dear friend this year, right? Or I lost a dear friend this year, and that was Dylan Beaumont, right? So Dylan he was always what am I trying to say? He was always a willing collaborator with me on Instagram. So he was always willing to collaborate, come on and talk about, his experiences or his knowledge of the hospitality industry. In fact, I missed that. I missed that bond that we had. I missed the conversation that we had. We lost him about 6 months ago. He was a general manager at the Fairfield Inn by Marriott in Eugene, Oregon. So right down the street from University of Oregon. That was his hotel, right? So we would talk all the time about, service levels. I mean, that was a huge thing for him, and taking care of his employees, because you take care of the employees, they will in turn take care of your guests, right? His guest service scores were out of the roof, right? Off the roof or whatever. They were out of control, right? So he did a great job there. He was a great friend, a great mentor to a lot of people, quick-witted too, always came up with something. He was funny. I don't know if he was trying to be funny or not, but he was funny without trying to be funny, but no. But thank you so much, Dylan, for, being a friend, for being supportive of everything that I did, being a constant collaborator with me. So appreciate that. And I definitely do miss you. So there you go. Just wanted to throw that out there. So anyway, so moving on. So, okay. So at all that, 52 on-air Russell Hotels, 260 daily check-ins, that's 312 times 500 impressions that's the average, 156,000 LinkedIn impressions only. That doesn't count the times that it was shared and all that kind of stuff, okay? Doesn't count any of that. Doesn't count any other social media platforms. 11 guests were on my show. I just thanked them. I just mentioned all of them. 15 destinations visited. What were those destinations? From like San Francisco, Oakland, El Paso, Phoenix, Nashville, Memphis, Vegas, Tucson, Houston, Providence, Rhode Island, Unksville, Connecticut, Lake Arrowhead, California, which is the UCLA Lake Arrowhead resort is there. New York, I was there. But 2 countries that I could go to. Okay, there's 2 other cities, Accra and Kumasi. Those are in the city or in the country of Ghana. Okay, so when I said 2 countries, well, U.S. is the one country, and then Ghana was the other country that we visited. Ghana is in Africa. Okay, so Africa is a continent. Okay, that has 54 countries. Okay, so Ghana is one of those countries. I got to educate people because people may not know that, right? So no, had amazing experience in Ghana. Got to see some hotels, some resorts. One, Safari Valley Resort. I want to mention them. Give them a shout out. Why not? Hey. So yeah. So no, it was just a great. It was a great time. It was a great year, and 9 states. I hit 9 states. Now some of these states, and I forgot that I did a road trip, right? So my daughter moved from Houston back to LA. So I did one of those trips had to do with a road trip, right? So it wasn't all flying, it was some road trips too. So, but hit 9 states. So that's cool, right? Hello. So also want to thank Craig Sullivan, founder and president of CLIC Conference, California Lodging Investment Conference. They're coming up again next year. That's March 6th through 7th, 2024. So if you're a hotelier and you want to come to the conference, you need to make sure you go to CLIC. I want to say it's click.com, clickconference.com, or just Google CLIC Conference, and you'll see the information there. So I want to thank him for putting that on. And I was able to meet Glenn Hausman. I was able to meet Calvin Tioki at that conference. So I appreciate that, Glenn. I was actually a guest on Pablo Torres's his podcast. So I appreciate Pablo for allowing me to come on and talk a little bit about what I do or who the heck Russell of Hotels is. He's in England, okay, or in London. Yeah, he's in London, England. So that was great, right? So yeah, we're worldwide now. We're not just here locally. I'm based in LA. Yeah, I'm based in LA, but I'm moving shake, right? I'm all over the place, right? Based on what I do, based on my business, being a hotel site selection specialist, it behooves me to move around, right? I have to go see hotels. I have to be everywhere because I never know where my clients want to be, right? So I have to do that. I have to go see new hotels all the time. And like during lull times, like last week, maybe the week before, because I was kind of down last week, right? I was immobile last week, but before that, I spend my days checking out the hotels here in LA, making sure that I know that which ones have been renovated, which ones still need renovations, and which ones are being closed down, right? Like I mentioned yesterday, Ace Hotel downtown LA will not have a presence downtown anymore, right? So as of January 31st, 2024, that hotel the Ace Hotel downtown will no longer exist. It will be another hotel. I can't tell you what that is now because I know who it's going to be and which company is coming in, but it's not public yet as far as I know. So you ain't going to hear it from me, right? I'm not the hotel gossip columnist, but I do know which company is coming in, and you probably can find that out. I don't know, but I can say this: it will be a limited service hotel, though. It's a limited service company that's coming in to take over, and they're very unique in what they do. I can say that, and they're going to change the game. This particular company, there's a couple of other companies similar to this one that are coming in that are changing the game, the hotel game. So there you go. I'll just say that, but it will be a limited service hotel. And the other 9 Ace hotels are still operating well. Just know they don't have a presence here in Los Angeles anymore. So, but they do have one in Palm Springs. That will be the closest one here. Of course, they got 2 in New York, Portland, Toronto, Japan, Australia. I don't know where else, somewhere, but they have 9. So they have, New Orleans has one as well. So, and they're very unique. They're very boutique-ish. They're very nice. Some of them are very high end. So, Ace is still doing well. Ace is still out there, but they will not have a presence downtown LA anymore unless something else happens. So there you go. So, there's a lot of things that are going on that I try to give information on. So there you go. So what else? Is that it? Is that it? I don't think so. I think I have a couple more things. And we talked about, different, I'll change screens here because I don't need all this stuff on the screen. There's different topics I talk about during, the year. I went from, the hotel strike in LA, which is still going on. It started July 4th weekend. Remember that? Okay, it's still going on. Every hotel has not settled or signed an agreement, right? So that's still kind of going on, low key going on, right? No one's talking about it anymore, but there's still a hotel strike going on in LA. Every hotel has not signed an agreement. Hotel safety. When you check in a hotel, make sure when you check into your room, when you get to your room, first thing you should do when you close the door, lock it and latch it. Okay. I don't care if you're about to, I'm just going to drop some stuff out. Well, your back is to the door, right? Close the door, latch it. Okay. It doesn't take but half a second to do that, right? So make sure you do that because you never know what's going on. What crackpot is following you? Okay. We don't want that. Okay. So make sure your safety is utmost concern. It should be for you, right? So just make sure, we abide by all that stuff. We take safety measures when we're staying in hotels. If you're alone or not, I don't care. Just make sure you're taking the measures. We talked about CVBs, the good, I was going to say the good, the bad, and the ugly of CVBs. No, CVBs are all good, right? I mean, it's free 99, right? And I get a lot of resources through them. I'm able to ask questions. I'm able to, give my RFPs to the CVBs, and they will in turn send them to their, their hotel partners, and the hotel partners become my partners because they send the proposals to me, and they, like I said, they become my, partners, and then we collaborate and we move on, right? So CVBs are definitely, if you do meeting planning or hotel site selection that I do, invest in your CVBs, okay? Know who your CVB contacts are. So these are some of the things I talk about. So I'm a resource, right? So I make sure that I share these things with you. So it's not just me coming on here spewing out just stuff, random stuff. Well, it's kind of random, but it's information that some people need, right? So it's something that someone needs to know about, especially if you're in this space, right? So what about AI? I've been talking about AI, right? This is not AI. This is me, okay? It's not AI. It's me. But I have been posting things with an avatar, okay? And some people don't even know the difference. I've sent it to probably 10 people, and maybe one or two said, oh, that's not even your voice. Okay, all right, it's not. Okay, so you caught it. But the other 7 didn't know. They're like, what is this you're sending me? I said, that's not me, right? What do you mean it's not you? I said, that's AI. That's an avatar. No, it's not. The mouth is moving and everything. I was, well, yeah, supposed to. But yeah, so be on the lookout for more of that. AI is here, okay? It's not coming, because some people say, well, when AI gets here, AI has been here, okay? And AI ain't going nowhere. So I use it for certain things to, if I can't do a video, all I have to do is write a script. I can type a script and AI will do the rest. Boom, there you go. I can do this whole show with AI if I wanted to. And why did I do that? Okay, you guys, hopefully you didn't see that. But yeah, so I can just type a script for this. If I was that good, or I can type a script for this show, I would do that, right? No, I wouldn't. I like coming on here being live. But you can do that. So if it's a short thing that, say I was doing a promo for a hotel, I can do it with AI. I can do it with my avatar. I don't have to do it, right? It takes about from start to finish about 30 seconds. Type it, boop, upload it, boom, done, get it, and post it. There you go. So AI is here. I talked about human trafficking, right? So if you see something, hotel people, if you see something that doesn't look right, tell someone, okay? There's signs out there, okay? Things happen, and people think, oh, that doesn't happen in my hotel. That's a bunch of crap. Things happen in every hotel, okay? They talk about prostitution. Oh, that doesn't happen in mine. That only happens in, no. Things have gotten so sophisticated with, AI and just cell phones and things like that. The traditional ways of doing certain things don't apply anymore. So they're smarter, which means we got to be smarter. Or we have to look for certain signs, because the signs are still there. Remember, I used to work in a hotel. I used to be a GM. I used to be a housekeeping manager. Used to be a front office. I'd seen all of this stuff, right? And none of that stuff has changed. The profile still looks the same. The people still look the same, okay? Just their methods are different, okay? But if you see something out of the ordinary, say something. That's all I'm saying about that. We talked about, training for restaurant staff. That's where Jeanna Devine came in, like upselling, how to increase your per check average. I mean, that's what restaurants want, right? What about this? What about Bleisure Market? That's still a thing, right? It was a thing in 22, 23. It's going to be a thing in 24 because people ain't figured it out yet. I got the code though. I cracked the code, right? I know what this Bleisure stuff is. It's just masking itself. It's still corporate, but people are coming and they're extending their stays, right? So what we're not doing is that we're not asking enough questions. When people are checking in, our front desk staff are not asking enough questions, or when they're making reservations, our reservation staff are not asking enough questions, of the right questions. Why are you coming to town? Because sometimes they'll come for business, but then for 2 days and then for 3 days, they'll be there for personal, right? So that should be 2 different rate codes, right? So you should have a Bleisure rate code and like a corporate rate code or whatever. Then that way, at the end of the year, what is separated. But if you know and you have a Bleisure code, Okay, well then click, then do the Bleaser code, right? But you have to ask these questions first. Job interviews. I talked about that. What about job interviews, Russ? That's easy. No, just remember this. You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you. Are you the right person for the job? Are they the right person? Are they the right hotel for you? Yeah, think about that stuff, right? You don't just take a job just because, they're paying money. Yeah, but what comes along with that money? And make sure you're getting the right amount of money for the job. And you know that hotel needs renovation. You know that their front desk staff sucks. You know that their guest reviews are in the toilet. Remember, you got to do your research, right? Don't just take a job because they offer it to you, right? Find out, do your homework on that hotel. Do you want to get involved with all that stuff? And maybe you do, but make sure you're being fairly compensated for all the crap that you're going to deal with. Whew. Because I've taken some hotel and I didn't do enough research, obviously, and it was crap. I'm like, oh man, they ain't paying me enough. They ain't getting paid enough for this. But anyway, I mentioned having a presence without being present. Handwritten notes, salespeople, differentiate yourself from the other salespeople. Okay, your competition. Send handwritten notes. Stop doing all this to email because it's easy, right? You just send an email. Thank you so much for meeting with me. No, boom. Send a handwritten note like Debbie Vale with Pasadena CVB did. Okay, she sent me a note, saying, "Hey Russell, good seeing you." Blah 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 blah. And send me like some little stickies, little what are they called? Stickers to put on my laptop. You know what I mean? She put that in a note. She wrote the note, mailed it, handwritten. No one does that. She's the only one in 2023 that did that. So of course I remember that she did that. Debbie Vale, sales manager, Pasadena CVB. Okay, so there you go. Be like her. Don't be like everybody else. Let's see, what else? Handwritten notes, keeping in contact with former colleagues. Yeah, that is so important, right? People you used to work with, maybe people that were clients of yours or whatever. Keep in touch with them. See where they are. You never know. They may need you. You may need them. You just don't know. So those are some of the things I just want to talk about. Where am I right now in time? See, I'm at 32 minutes. Whoo, that's a little longer than I wanted to be, but that's okay. So anyway, that is it. I just want to come on and just, talk a little bit about that. And you can tell I'm excited about what I'm doing. I'm excited about being able to broadcast to 5 different platforms instead of 2. I do this daily check-in daily, so I'll do another one tomorrow, right? I'll come up with another topic. Don't even worry about that, right? So normally, like I said, the backdrop is a hotel that I've been to. To me, it's all about showing off brands, right? Today is just Russell of Hotels, right? So I'm not showing off a brand, but that's what I do. So just think about that 156,000 impressions or whatever it was, and I'm showing off your brand, right? 156,000 impressions and your brand is being shown all the time. All 156,000 people that look at it. Actually can be more because it basically goes to that. 150 impressions are basically going to a device. That's either a phone device or a laptop or whatever. So there you go. So anyway, that's it. I'll talk more about that tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Thank you again so much for, rolling with me, rocking with me, all that kind of stuff. I do appreciate it. I do not take it lightly. So you guys have a great day. Happy holidays, everybody. But I'll see you again tomorrow.